Welcome everybody to a new episode of Flower Circus Talks with Valentine's Day around the corner this Sunday. I thought it was time to talk with a rose grower and not just a rose grower. The best rose grower from Holland, growing Red Naomi and White Naomi. So let's quickly get him into the live stream. Stefan van Vuuren. And there he is. Good afternoon.
Hi, Sean.
How are you?
I'm very fine, thanks. And you?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too tired after harvesting so many roses.
Well, my eyes are, I think, for 5 millimeters opened yet, but it's going well. So we have today the last day for selling the flowers to the Dutch exporters. So it's always a busy day. You have to puzzle the whole day. You try to deliver everybody who wants to have the latest flowers, and the people who are buying you the whole year. You want to deliver everything what they need. So but it's almost over now, I think.
Yeah, it's almost time for a beer. So after the interview, you can open the beer.
Yeah.
We already got somebody in. Daniel Mead is saying afternoon. So if you have any questions for Stefan, feel free to ask in the comments. First of all, Valentine's Day, of course, the flowers still have to sell. But how was it for you, Valentine's Day 2021?
It was. Sean, first I want to apologize for my bad English. I'm sorry for that. It's a little bit grower English, so I hope that everybody will understand it. But I will do my best. Some customers are leaving the building.
Okay.
It was for us when it was in December. It started again with the very hard lockdowns. We want to make the expectations for this Valentine's Day, and everybody was thinking from, okay, what will happen this year? Because in December the sales decreased with 20%. And we think Valentine's Day is a very important day for us, and when it's 20% less, what will happen? What will our customers doing? So, the first week January were very hard for us with thinking what will happen and how would we do that.
Yeah.
So in approach, it was also very quiet. The wholesalers, the florist shops, everybody were waiting with ordering. And I think at the 1st of February, around that time, most people knows, okay, I will selling flowers. The government don't lock down again the countries. So everybody is starting with ordering for this week, for the last days. So at that time, it became very busy with telephone calls, emails. What do you have? What is possible? What can we do for each other? Yeah. So it was a very short and then with but heavy period.
Yeah. So there were less pre-sales, if I understand it right.
Yeah. For a normal week, it's still high, but for a Valentine's Day, it was less. And I think it's mostly the Porta Nova delivering the wholesalers and florist shops, and that part of the business is waiting very long.
Yeah.
And what I heard from colleagues is that supermarkets they sell a lot of before the Valentine's Day. Yeah. They ordering a lot in Valentine's Day. So the wholesalers and the florist shops are waiting very long this year.
Yeah, of course. The supermarkets they knew they were going to be open because they even because of lockdowns they could be open. But the florists, of course, depending on the country, they didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah.
So that makes of course a huge difference. Well, we already get people in from Brisbane, Australia. Good night, I think already almost. We've got from Portugal, Helena in. So we got people watching from all over the world. But if you're gonna plan, you obviously tried to have more roses for Valentine's Day. When did you need to decide that what was going to happen?
But Porta Nova, we have a very simple strategy that's keeping the quality the whole year stable.
Yeah,
So we always said we want to produce roses like Heineken made this beer, the famous beer of Holland, always the same.
yeah,
But it's also from natural stuff they made the beer. And that we want to do also with the roses. And with that thing in mind, you cannot peak with Valentine's Day. So we try to keep the quality stable, and then you have also to produce stable.
yeah,
So for us is the puzzle with selling the flowers. Okay, we have not many flowers, but we want to that everybody have what they want to have.
yeah,
And then it's puzzling, and some countries don't order in this time of the year. From Russia or Finland, it's very low, and Germany is in the last week a lot, and Italy is more in the weekend before. So that's a
yeah. It's a big puzzle.
big puzzle. And at the end, most customers have a little bit of the flowers they want to have, and then
Yeah.
we hope everybody's happy with the quality.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Daniel Mead is asking you, do you supply any supermarkets in the UK?
We deliver only the exporters, the wholesalers in Holland,
Yeah,
and maybe they sell a little bit to the supermarkets in the UK, but we focus our production on the wholesale and the florist shops.
yeah,
So we, at this moment, what we know, we don't deliver the supermarkets in Europe.
yeah. Now with Valentine's Day in such a strange period, can you see that there's a change in buyers or that something changed?
Now Porta Nova is delivering the whole year almost the same. Oh, I'm
Yeah, the
the
other
other
way.
way, you tell me. Porta Nova is delivering the whole year almost the same customers. It's a small group in Holland what deliver the different countries in Europe. So they still buying to us. Some countries a little bit less, other countries the same.
Yeah,
But what we heard from our customers is that the florist shops, some florist shops are still closed. They don't sell anything. They getting new customers, younger customers who buying a lot. They make pictures of it, put it on internet, on Instagram, and they sell bouquets from 50 till 100 euro. What nobody expected that would be possible in that area.
yeah,
So we think there is change very fast at this moment. But what will happen in 2 years or in 1 year when everything hopefully is again normal, I don't know. But there is a big difference with the past. Yeah.
yeah. No, that's great. I think there's a whole new generation of people who are loving flowers is coming up now due to the COVID.
Yeah.
And that's really nice. Yolanda is in as well, saying hello, Manne.
Yolanda.
With all this happening and new people buying flowers, I mean, obviously that's great. But the roses are not only grown in Holland. I mean, it's flower number one. They're grown worldwide. Have you noticed anything from other countries that they are producing less, or there's less coming to the auction in Holland?
At this moment?
Yeah.
What we heard last year, there were big problems with the planes from Africa, from Ecuador, and also because of the cost of the freight. At this moment, the last week, there were problems with the snow in Europe. Big planes with flowers have problems. There was also a plane with flowers and other stuff in it. There are also problems why the flowers don't come to the auction place. So it's going up and down, and the freight cost are also fluctuated.
Yeah.
And I think what will happen the coming weeks, I don't know. But what we heard from this Valentine's Day, the weather in Africa before the last week, January, first week, February was good.
Yeah.
And what really happened with the production, I don't have the information at this moment. We get it next week from Holland. They show it. But Ecuador, there were also still problems with delivery flowers to Europe, also because of the freight. The planes are not there. Yeah.
I also heard, but Costa is watching as well. Maybe he can tell as well. I heard it was quite cold in Ecuador or in Colombia.
Okay.
Maybe Costa, you can help us out here.
In Holland, it was also a little bit cold. You can see behind me there is still snow here in Holland.
Yeah, it looks nice. A lot of people are skating at the moment as well on the canals.
Normally we go to Austria to going to ski in the end of February. Now we can ski in Holland because we cannot go to Austria. So Austria is coming to Holland now.
You only need to find a mountain in Holland. It's going to be a difficult thing. Costa was asking, how long do you see Naomi staying dominant as the #1 red rose?
I think the most important thing of a rose is the vase life, and then after that the head size, the stem width, and for a grower also of course the production.
Yeah.
And that all together makes how long does a rose stay in the world. The biggest and the rose with the biggest hectares, and at this moment what's the longest time on this planet is Freedom from South America.
Yeah.
And it's still there because it's a very good rose. Everybody can work with it. And on this moment in Holland, it's with Red Naomi that we are in that period.
Yeah.
But when the first red is coming to Holland, everybody say this is the perfect rose for Holland. It will never going away, and every grower knows. Also, this rose will, there is coming a time that will stop in Holland, and that's also with the Red Naomi. But it depends of the new varieties, how good are they, and what do the customers think of it? Is it better or not?
That's true. Are you testing also new varieties, or are you visiting breeders to keep an eye out on the new Red Naomi?
Yeah, always. We are searching always. My Porta Nova is a company with 4 owners, and one of the owners is Aad van Luik, and Aad van Luik is a grower from before he came in by Porta Nova. He was always the grower with the new varieties, the new things. He was also the grower who found Red Naomi by Schreus.
Yeah.
And he also started with Marussia, what's going a lot to Russia, and he is the first one with Trix, and he was always so he's still searching for the new varieties.
Yeah.
And but also on this moment we didn't found a variety what's perfect for Porta Nova to make the vase live and the quality what we think what's important for the customers.
Yeah, we got a lot of people in from Premium Flowers. You're also part of Premium Flowers. Got Marcel van der Lucht in. And we've got Johan Kloos as well. And he's saying if you don't have enough red roses, you can always buy our red lily original love.
Yeah, I don't like Lillian.
No,
you can tell it to Levi.
Yeah.
That's the owner of Breedevleur.
Yeah. So, Porta Nova, you said 4 owners, and how is that divided? You already told that Aad is looking out for new varieties. Does everybody has his own speciality within the company?
Yeah. In the past, Porta Nova started two rose growers went together. It was Leon Ducker, the company of Leon Ducker, family Ducker, and my family, my father, going together with Leon. And Leon is the the manager and my father was more from the strategy, and they go together. And they want to do it different because it's going not that good in Holland, and still it's increasing. And so they want to do it different and specialize on every part of the organization, energy, sales, everything. So on this moment, it's 4 owners. But more important, also a lot of new people who at this moment we have 5 growers, and we have a lot of salesmen and more quality men. So it's a big team, and now it's worked together to also for the next years that we want to stay at the top, and we want to deliver the best flowers to the best customers. So it's a quite big organization. Porta Nova is still about producing about 200,000 roses every day. So we work with 300 people, and every person in this organization is important because we can sell flowers because when we have the good quality. When the quality is not that good, you have a problem. So it starts by the climate and the people. So
that's totally true. I think a lot of you are on this picture as well.
That's a nice marketing thing of my colleague Paul. We called the plants getting water and the feed from we call it in Holland substraatruimte. To explain it to the people, we say it's our kitchen or restaurant for the plants. So that's why we made that picture, because we are eating and still drinking wine there in our restaurant for the plants. And
it's really nice to look at your website and find so many inspiration, and also those videos explaining in a great way how it works at Porta Nova. I mean, it's really nice to see.
You know Jip and Janneke. People from the other countries don't know Jip and Janneke, but we want to try to make it very simple that everybody understands what we are doing to getting the best roses, but also the best for the environment, the best for our people. So that's why we want to try to keep it simple, that everybody understands it.
Once you're a grower your whole life, you use so many or such a different language, probably like a doctor as well as doing, or a dentist. It's like you said, trying to explain it in a simple way to everybody, so everybody understands what's going on as well.
I think that's the most important thing of a product, that everybody knows which company is it, what do they do, is that fitted to me? Now that kind, you know it.
So next to Red Naomi, you're also growing White Naomi. And that's the 2 varieties you have at the moment, right?
That's right. From 2002 till 2018, we only produce red roses, and our customers are also asking for other varieties, but other varieties. Normally, it's like apples and pears. It's completely different to produce it. But in 2018, we decided, okay, we will do it. The first year, it was very hard to getting the good quality, and at this moment, we get stable, so it's becoming better and better. So we are more happy with that at this moment than the last years. So it's going also better, but it's a long way to search the good concept to grow the best white roses. And so that's now for since 2020, and I can say we are happy to say the quality is good at the last months, and I think we are now on the top of the market, and we will keep it there.
Okay, that's great. I mean, normally with other flowers, or not with all the flowers, but if you have an other color, like Red Naomi, you have White Naomi, does it also have the same characteristics, or is it just the name? They use the name because the red one was popular, and it was easy to use for a good white one the Naomi name.
Yeah. Now, what you tell, it's the last thing, because all the two varieties are founded by Schreus,
Yeah,
and Schreus is the breeder. So it's not a brother and a sister, a red and a white one. They are completely different, but because of it's the same breeder, they have almost the same names.
yeah.
Some white flowers look like Red Naomi, so I think I understand them why they choose the same name, but it's completely different.
Yeah. In
The
the market,
growing and everything.
yeah, in marketing ways, I mean, it's a great way. I mean, if you call a rose Naomi, yeah, I think the same happened. I don't know how many years ago. The older people still know the Baccarat rose, and then one of the breeders said, "Okay, this is the black Baccarat,"
Yeah.
and it didn't need any introduction anymore because there were still orders for Baccarat actually.
Yeah. Always some people are calling it to me, do you have Baccarat? Yeah, we have Baccarat, you can buy them. But so it's the same with Naomi. Naomi was many years ago was also very popular rose on the east of Europe,
Yeah,
and that variety was also from Schreus. So that all together made that we have now the red Naomi and the white Naomi.
yeah. And you also supply in three different brands, Supra, Unica, and Magna.
Yeah.
Can you explain a little bit more about that? What's the difference between them?
The biggest difference with Supra to Unica and Magna is the head size, the stem depth. Yeah, that's for us the best we have.
Yeah,
Our steak is it, and the Magna and Unica, it's a very good rose. It's also a first quality rose. So the Supra is a small selection.
yeah,
And then we have a selection with flowers with an A1 quality, and that's the Unica and the Magna. And why Unica and Magna? That's because of it are two different greenhouses.
okay.
So the greenhouses are almost the same.
Yeah,
We work with almost the same light, and we're working with air conditioning, and it's heating in the winter time. It's the same, but we said it's important for us and also for the customers that we made a difference, that everybody can see. Magna is a little bit different, but it's almost the same.
yeah.
Maybe in the future we put it together when it's going well. But at this moment we said, some customers want to have Magna, and the other ones we want to have Unica. Okay, we keep it in this way.
Yeah, and how do you sort it? I mean, by hand. I know from experience when I was young, working for my uncle, and everything was a little bit bended. He said, "Yeah, try to make nice ones," but I mean that A1 quality in a normal field wasn't A1 quality.
Yeah.
How do you keep up with the quality? Is there a special check, or do you have a machine who does it? Because of course, the human eye is great, but how do you make sure that the Supra is really every stem is good, is Supra?
And till I think 2014 we working with sorting machines, and that software and hardware was from the 90s.
Yeah,
So in that time we spoke with Berg roses and Van der Arendt roses. We talked with each other and said, okay, what can we do to improve, to make the machines better?
yeah,
And then we started a group to invest in new camera software, like vegetables, and the most things are doing by the machines.
yeah,
So the last years, the camera techniques were a lot better than the past, and with that camera, we select the Supras. So we have minimum head size, minimum stem depth, and in the past it wasn't possible, so it was by eye.
yeah.
And now it's with hard measurements, and that's going well.
Yeah, that's great. So you can really, if you buy a bunch, every stem is the same.
Yeah,
more or less. Yeah, that's
normally it's the same. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean that's great, especially for florists. I visit florists all over the world, and sometimes I see some flowers that I think, okay, they've got a bunch of flowers, 10 stems, 8 are great, and there are 2 not as great, and it's always the leftovers, and that makes a difference making money or losing money also
Yeah.
as a florist.
I think what the most important thing for growers is, or for all the growers, that everybody who buying flowers, that what they expect, that they get what they expect, because
Yeah.
disappointments are coming when the expectations are too high. It's
Yeah.
very easy. So when you make a bunch, you have to produce from 10 good stems by roses, and the baddest rose will make the price for the other stems.
Yeah.
I think that with everything is that the same. When we are buying something, you and I, on the internet, and we had an expectation, but it's not that expectation. Yeah, then you send it back.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
That's
then,
totally true.
yeah, and that's in the flowers the same.
Yeah. And your expectations, or the expectations customers have with your roses, is quite high, because you always also say you give a guarantee on your roses.
Yeah. Yeah, when I started by Porta Nova in 2007-8, nobody gives a phase life guarantee on flowers.
Yeah.
And I'm coming from another. I've other work before Porta Nova,
Yeah.
and I came into Porta Nova, and I don't understand it. I think, it's not. We have to produce the best flowers. We have to produce stable flowers, and then we
Yeah.
try to want to best, because when you are the best, but the line is the other way, it's going like this. The customers don't understand that it's -10 in Holland, or 30
Yeah.
degrees. And that was the first step. And the second step, when I buying something, I want to have a guarantee that when I'm buying a machine, that it's going with 5 years or
Yeah.
something. And that's why we started it also to do with the flowers. And when the flowers are still 14 days on the vase, you can give a guarantee for 14 days. But everybody said, but the wholesalers, or maybe the customers, and blah blah blah. Yeah, and when you have a selection with customers, we trust each other, then you can do that. And that's our policy, and we
Yeah.
believe still in that policy. Yeah.
I mean, that's great. And I mean, you are, your policy is just making year-round the best quality Red Naomi. But to make things more difficult, you want to do it in a green way as well.
Yeah, I think a green way is, in Holland we said the gray socks. That are people wearing gray socks. They are always with the environment.
Yeah.
But another important thing is, when you do it well for the environment, normally it's also good for the money. The costs are going down because you don't throw a lot away. So when Porta Nova started in 2002, they're searching for a place that they can produce energy, but they don't want to throw energy away.
Yeah.
They work together with Shalom. They produce yuccas. They use the heat, and Porta Nova use electricity. And it was also good for the environment. So that's the first step why we also think on the environment.
Yeah.
The second thing, on this moment in this area, everybody wants that it will be good for our children and everything like that.
Of course.
And also when we still want to produce in 2030, also produce flowers of roses in Holland. We think you have to build good greenhouses. That's also possible. That's also good for the environment, because the government will not accept it anymore. The people in the countries don't accept it anymore when we throw a lot away. So we use all our water again, or energy. We produce energy in the summer. We collect the heat from the sun and put it in the ground. That's my colleague Art.
It's a really great video. You can check it out on YouTube or via the website. You really need to check out. Art is explaining what's happening there.
He's in the Porta Nova jungle there.
Yeah.
And so we produce heat in the summer to collect heat from the sun. We put it in the ground. It's only possible in Holland because many years ago it was here, so you can put it in the sand.
Yeah.
Took it out, and now it's -10 outside, of -5 at this moment, I think. But in the greenhouse, it's still warm because we can use that heat from what we get in the summer from the sun. So it's a very good system for us, and it's also one of the things to keep your quality stable. So when
Yeah.
you can always give the right climate to your flowers, then you're getting the good quality. And also with the animals who live also by us in the greenhouse, damaging the flowers, we try to control them with natural enemies.
Yeah.
And that's working very well. That's not especially for Porta Nova. A lot of rose growers in Holland work that way, but it's a big difference between the flowers of the rose from Holland and from other countries.
Yeah. So if I understand it right, in the summer there's a lot of heat that you store underground,
Yeah.
and the storage is both cold and warm. So in the summer you can cool down your greenhouse with the how do you cool that? That's also stored the cold
Yeah.
water.
When you dig in Holland, when you dig to 80 meters in the ground, you
Yeah.
find sand, and you can put water in that sand.
Yeah.
And that water stays there. So we put in the summer, we put some water with almost 25 degrees. We put in the ground,
Yeah.
and in the winter time we took out that water.
Okay.
And we have a company at the left side of the company. It's warm water. At the right side, it's cold water. So you have
Okay.
to keep it at the way, because when it went together, then you have a problem. Then
Yeah.
you have the whole year 12 degrees. And we want cold and warm water. And so at this moment, we took out the water of 25 degrees from the sand,
Okay.
8 meters, and we bring it into the greenhouse. And when you have in a house, normally you produce with gas or with wood, you produce heat,
Yeah.
and that heat went with water through your house normally.
Yeah.
And when that water is becoming cold, it's going back and heated again. And we don't heat it again, we bring it in the ground. So at this moment, you produce a lot of cold water,
Yeah.
because the heated water, what you bring in,
It's cold, of course. Yeah.
it will be cold, and that you put in the ground. It's a little bit technical, but it's
I understand it now, so I think
okay.
the viewers will understand it as well now.
Yeah.
But I mean that's a great way. So there's a zero footprint, I think.
Yeah,
And
we don't use gas to produce flowers.
yeah.
So you only need electricity. Now you can buy it from the windmills or the water. So then you are a very green
Yeah.
producing greenhouse. Yeah.
And on top of that, you're close to the harbor in Rotterdam. You're
Yeah.
buying CO2 from them to use for your greenhouse.
Yeah, the biggest thing in the world at this moment is CO2, because when you producing energy, there is coming a lot of CO2. It's the same with the cars. Everybody wants in Holland, everybody wants in the car with electricity.
Yeah.
But the good and the nice thing of the Dutch, not only the Dutch, from all the plants, they need CO2 to grow.
Yeah.
So in this area, a lot of growers are still producing flowers in this area. So we made, it was 5-10 years ago, I don't know exactly. They made an appointment with the harbor, and
Yeah.
they collect this the CO2, and they bring it to Waddinxveen, Moerkapelle, and the growers use that for growing flowers. So it's a very
Yeah, it's
nice thing, of course.
yeah, for sure. I mean, it's great if you can work together like that
Yeah,
for a better environment.
we believe that's the next coming years it will be more and more. So Porta Nova is also working together with other companies to they collect the water what's falling on the roofs.
Yeah,
So they put it also in the ground. We take it out and we use that water for 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 giving the plants that water.
okay.
And yeah, also that system worked very well. And now we speak with some governments and to look what can we do more together. Maybe we can do something with our waste, the flowers we are
Yeah,
throwing away, or we can do something with the energy what we are collecting from the sun. Maybe we can heat also houses. But
yeah,
we expect that it will be more and more in the whole world to work that way together.
yeah.
Yeah, to doing the right things. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the premium flower members, Beyond, he made out of his chrysanthemum waste, he built some walls.
Yeah,
So yeah, there are many possibilities still. So
yeah, it's very nice. Yeah,
that's really great. And working together with other companies, you're also working together a lot with flower designers from all over the world.
yeah, yeah. What we always searching for people who can interest other people to make different things, to make nice things. So inspiration is very important also
Yeah,
for me. So I'm often look to your programs. It inspires me to do also things, and we want to help our customers to use that kind of designers to inspire to do new things,
yeah,
to help our customers to be creative. I think in this time with COVID, it's very important to be creative. Everything is different like normal, so you have to be do the things different. Also, the Flower Talks is started in
yeah,
the COVID time, and I think for every company it's important to be creative. And some people also I need help to getting inspired. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why we work hard together with that kind of people. Yeah.
yeah. If you go to the website, I think every 2 weeks or every month, at least there is a designer showing some really great designs with your roses. So it's really worthwhile following the website. I mean, and yeah, such
Yeah,
it's
that's
really nice to see such great designers working with such a beautiful product and making it. I mean, it's a rose is already beautiful, but they can make so many nice things with it. It's unbelievable to see. How
we also are very proud that kind of NGOs that artists want to work with all flowers, and
yeah,
yeah, that's one also the things would when a grower will be happy when you see hey, everybody want to have my product or they like
yeah.
it. Yeah.
What about when you see a designer and the first thing he does is getting all the leaves off?
Yeah, like everybody do his job with the product.
Yeah,
Many years ago, I was with an anthurium grower. We went to Italy,
yeah,
and there was also an artist. And the first thing he will do is broke out the thing of the anthurium. I don't know
yeah,
the English word. And
yeah.
the grower is becoming angry. What is he doing? Well, when the artists want to do that, yeah, okay. When you look to the face life, one of the biggest things are the leaves. The leaves
Yeah,
are using a lot of energy. So when you took off all the leaves, yeah, you don't have green leaves anymore, but the flower will stay for about 3 till 5 days longer. Yeah,
okay.
when I buying roses, I took off half of the leaves, not
Yeah,
all the leaves, but yeah. So everybody use it in his way, and it's not important or I like it or not, but the customers or the people who want to buy it, it's important. And
Yeah,
So,
and it's great to see the creativity of the people. I
yeah,
mean, we see a bunch of roses and we think if you put the more together, the better it looks. And they think if I just use the petals or if I use this or this, I mean, it's unbelievable to see how creative people can get. And I've got a feeling that now with the whole pandemic, that people are getting more creative as well.
yeah. No, really, and also in Holland, they're starting companies the last years with VIP roses. They painting flowers. They put wax on it. They doing everything with flowers, and a lot of people don't like it. But there are still a lot of customers who want to have it because it's completely different. Nobody has it or don't see it, and yeah, I think that's on this moment also all possible with the internet and
Yeah.
there are so many solutions to sell different things and yeah, maybe it's not many, but there are still customers who
I
want to
mean,
have it. Yeah.
it's just an extra way of sales. There are people who are liking it, obviously. Otherwise, they weren't sold.
Yeah. Sometimes I see a guy with a big hat, and then I also think, it's a crazy guy. I don't want to buy that hat, but yeah, he likes it. So it's not an item what sold, I think, 1 million times a day. But
Yeah, but it's to cover up my bald head.
maybe in a few years I also use a hat.
Yeah, just give me a call and I will buy a hat for you. Next to working together with all the nice designers, you also set up, and I think you already did it last year as well, or beginning of the pandemic. I say I love you with flowers, but then it was Say It with Flowers, I think, that you started out.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's correct. Yeah, what happens in March in Europe? It was yeah. No, I hope we don't get it anymore. But what we see on television, what's happened in Italy and in a lot of countries, and then we go together and we said, okay, what can we do for our company, but also for maybe also for our customers.
Yeah.
And in Holland, they started something that a lot of customers are visiting growers to buy some flowers to yeah, they know from okay, I help them in a minimum, but I
Yeah.
want to grow something to buy something to help them. And then we thinking and we said, yeah, our customers has also a big problem. The shops are closed.
Yeah.
And we are very happy that they normally buy our flowers, so we try to help them also on this moment. And then we started that campaign that we put it in Germany, in Italy, in France,
UK as well, I saw it.
yeah. So we try to make it big to that we want that the people, the customers started with buying flowers to the florist shop. Please buy something, give it to your neighbor, to your friends, to your family. Say, I love you, or I like you, or that way.
I miss you.
Yeah, I miss you. And that was the reason. And a lot of customers are very a little bit excited and happy with that thing. And yeah, I cannot say from Porta Nova selling more flowers through that action, but it was always to help the flower
the industry.
Yeah, the flower industry.
Yeah. That was really nice, and so many magazines and things picked it up, and also the hashtag was picked up quite a lot. So that is really nice to see. And in the end, maybe you don't know how much it helped, but it helped for sure because so there was so much awareness for it.
Yeah.
And it's really nice to see it now again with Valentine's Day. Especially, for me, this is also a bit of Porta Nova, the big heart with Red Naomi.
Yeah.
which I've seen many times on exhibitions and on IPM.
Yeah.
Which is,
That's many people knows that item and they like it, and also for me it's always very impressive when I see that item again.
yeah,
And it's a nice creation of some florist from Kudelstad, and that's quite a famous thing.
yeah, for sure. That's
Yeah.
we've got Kirsten in, late arrivals, he says, from the USA. Kirsten, you can look it back later as well, so then you can see the whole interview. So it's yeah, I mean, so many nice things you can do with your red roses, and especially with the quality you are making. That gives the florist the confidence as well, I think, to buy them, and even if they're still on their way to the florist, they know what is coming because you have year-round the same quality, top quality.
Now we know it's not the flowers are expensive. We know, but yeah, the most important thing for us, we always say, all the flowers must be good. And when all the flowers must be good, are good, then you are selling always to the same customers. And that's our mission, our vision. We always want to deliver the same customers. That when they are happy, they are buying flowers, then we selling flowers.
Yeah.
And it's not when we selling flowers, then we have the money, because tomorrow there is another day and we have to sell again.
Yeah.
So that's very important. And also when people see something, or we ask them always, please call us or send us an email, because I have 2 eyes. With my colleagues, we have about 600 eyes, and with our customers, we have 1,000 eyes. And, then you see more and more, and you can also make your system better. And so.
Yeah, got a question from Kirsten. How long is your longest stem rose? More than 150?
No, the roses with 150 centimeters, they're coming from South America. In Holland, it's normally 40 centimeters are the shortest, and the longest are in this time of the year 100 centimeters. On this moment, there were one grower to produce 100 centimeters. Porta Nova stops by 90 centimeters. But that very long flowers, you only can buy it in Ecuador, or in Colombia, South America.
Yeah. And is that the way of producing, or there's not a big enough market for it, for a Dutch rose grower to do it, or is it impossible in the greenhouse?
Yeah, with the Red Naomi's, the maximum size is 100, 110 centimeters, and they don't grow up to that length. Yeah, or you must cutting them through and all that kind of things. But then it's not quite one stem of the 150 centimeters. So it's the climate, it's the variety, and no, we don't have it in all.
No, and I mean that's clear. If the variety is not growing that long, I mean we can see it with different varieties as well, that they're not growing as tall. So you don't even see 80 or 90 centimeters sometimes with those.
It's always impressive to see that flowers from that length.
Yeah, it's. I mean, if you see that on exhibitions, and funny story. I once was at the exhibition in Moscow, and at the last day they were selling those roses, and they were up to 2 meters, 220, and people were buying them, and they went to the metro, and I cleaned up my stand and everything, and there was a guy who was getting into the metro, and he bought one stem. And he forgot that it was so long. So the doors closed and the head of the rose was outside the metro.
It's better to change it.
Yeah. So there was a pity of the rose, of course, but somehow it was funny to see. So are there any plans for the future, or are you continuing like this for now?
No, the company is. We built a new company in 2018, and we started in 2019. So by us is the next years with producing flowers I think there are not that big changes. What will happen in the market, or we work more and more together, or something like that? Yeah, maybe. But at this moment, I think we will continue on this way.
Yeah, and it's a successful way. It's proven itself. So
yeah, and we want to try to work more and more together with our customers, more that we try to improve every day. And but the company, I think the next years will be almost the same.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's good to hear that. You continue on growing top quality roses.
Yeah, that's our mission. That's hopefully. Yeah.
So if there are no other questions, then I would like to thank you for your time, Stefan, because
and you also, John.
Yeah, and your English is good, so that's no problem.
No, it was not that bad.
No, not as good as your roses though, but
I think everybody here, hey, that is from Holland.
No, that's great. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you everybody for watching as well. I hope to see you next week again on Friday for new Flower Circus Talks. Thank you for watching.
Thanks everybody.